Hey everyone, in this video I want to give you a bit of an overview of the powered cradles designed to be used with certain nuvi automotive GPS units. Here we have the Garmin nuvi 2797 LMT. Here we have the powered cradle. So this is a separate component that comes in the box with the GPS, and it's going to hook into the back of the unit. You can see we have these gold power connectors down here at the bottom. Those will line up with the gold power connectors on the bottom of the cradle. That'll just snap into place. This cradle has a socket in the back that's going to allow it to connect to G-ball mounts like the Garmin suction cup that comes in the box with this. So this is a powered cradle. So this cradle receives the power from your power cable, passes it along to the GPS. Now, when you get a unit like this, it's going to come with a power cable, and this cable has a mini USB connection on the end. If you try and take this cable and plug it directly into your GPS, you will see that it won't fit. The end of the cable is too large. Well, the GPS has a micro USB port on it, which means that this cable, which is mini USB, is not designed to plug directly into the GPS. You haven't received a defective product or a wrong part. It's just not designed to connect that way. Here we have the powered cradle. This cradle has a mini USB port there on the side. That's going to line up with this cradle. So what we can do is pop the cradle into the back, just as I showed you before. You can then take your power cable and plug it directly into the cradle itself. And this is how you would get this GPS onto a power source. This is actually pretty convenient because what this means is that when you have it mounted in your vehicle, all you have to do is you can release the unit from the cradle. The cradle will stay on your mount, so you don't have to disassemble the entire mount, unplug your power cable. You can just take the GPS off and on and leave the rest of your setup in place. There are some other units that also use a powered cradle. For example, here we have this Garmin nuvi 3590 LMT. This is also two separate components, the GPS and the powered cradle. So those two will join together. And just like the 2797 that I showed you, the unit itself has a micro USB port on the bottom. If you try and plug your power cable directly into it, it will not fit. The cable is too big. The cradle has a mini USB port there on the side. The cable will plug directly into it, and that's how a GPS like this is going to be powered. And there are some other units like this. You have the Garmin nuvi 2460 or the 2360, 3790, 3760. There are quite a few units that use a powered cradle. Now, there are some that don't. For example, here's the Garmin nuvi 2597 LMT. Something like this actually comes with a non-powered cradle, and you have a mini USB port directly on the unit itself. So you can just take this cable, plug it directly into the GPS, and you would use it that way. So that is a quick overview of some of the powered cradles designed to be used with the Garmin nuvi series of automotive GPS units.